It's been 3 days since I last used an app called Forbidden Fruits, and I've become weak to the point where I can barely stand for over 5 minutes. I'm coughing up blood, and I know that I have no choice but to open this goddamn app and make a new purchase. It'll take around 3 hours for the delivery, and I really hope I'm not dead by then. I first saw an ad for this app on my Facebook timeline, and the first couple of times I saw it, I would pass by it without giving it a read. Honestly, I'm not the most financially set person in the world. Hell, I can hardly afford paying for all the necessities already. A grocery delivery service seemed like a luxury I could never afford, especially since they claim to only deliver the highest quality fruits, vegetables, meats, and all other groceries. It wasn't until I saw the claim that they would guarantee to be cheaper than buying it from any marts when I finally decided to at least download the app and give it a look. It took around 3 minutes for the app to download and install. When it was finally downloaded, an app called Forbidden Fruit sat snugly between Facebook and Reddit. The loading screen was a photo of what I can only assume is Eve taking what looked like an orange from a snake. After a couple of seconds, I was greeted by photos of all sorts of food and a price tag at the bottom of each photo. They weren't lying about the prices. They were so low it seemed like a scam. Which is why I decided to spend the minimum, which was $10. I went with a pack of 2 steaks for $6, 6 apples for $2, and the rest on a couple of bags of chips. I tapped on checkout, and it took me to a screen where I needed to fill out the general payment card details, address, and contact number for delivery. Around 2 hours later, I heard a knock on my door. Perfect timing. It was around 5, and I was really hoping to eat some steak and chips for dinner. The delivery guy was wearing a small white face mask and sunglasses. He didn't say a word as he handed me a fairly heavy small paper bag. I told him thanks, and in response he gave me a small nod before turning around and walking back to his scooter. There was a small picture of an orange in the middle of the bag with Forbidden Fruits written in red underneath it. Inside of the bag was everything I ordered, and even within the first glance I could tell that the apples were really fresh and the steaks were marbled beautifully. I could feel the drool form in my mouth. By 6 o'clock, both the steaks were sitting on my plate, cooked to a perfect medium rare, and I had an open bag of chips sitting next to it. Holy shit, the steak melted in my mouth, and it left an explosive taste all over my taste buds. Shit, even the chips that were not branded had the perfect crisp to them, as well as a very nice barbecue flavor. I ate an apple as dessert, and what can I say? I was far from disappointed. The apples were juicy, crisp, and had a taste that was far superior than any apples I had ever eaten before. The only odd thing that happened after the meal was the next morning when I grabbed for an apple, I noticed that they were all completely rotten. Even the chips inside of the bag looked like there was a coating of mold on all of them. Disappointed, I threw them away and opened the app to see if there was anything on there that wouldn't rot so quickly. After looking through all of their options, I didn't see anything that indicated an expiration date. Disappointed, I was about to exit the app. There was no way I could afford spending $10 a day on food, but when I clicked to exit, a notification popped up. The minimum for delivery is now $5. This is promotional for 30 days. If you would like to take advantage of this offer, please confirm by checking the box and clicking continue. Of course, I went for the deal. It was perfect. The food was great, and I didn't have to go to the grocery store or a fast food restaurant. Since I worked at home, I was at the highest level of convenience. I was only disappointed that the offer was only valid for 30 days. The last day of the deal was 3 days ago, and like I said earlier, my body has gotten weaker by the hour. By the first day, I was coughing up blood. By the second day, these little things that looked like worms with 2 legs started to crawl out of my ears and nose. I even coughed up a couple of those along with my blood. Today I'm beyond weak. I can barely stand up without feeling really dizzy. I can feel these little creatures swimming in my body. Today I received a notification from Forbidden Fruits. We recommend ordering a delivery soon. Your body will not be able to feed the parasites much longer. Our food will provide nutrients for both the host as well as the parasites. I fucked up, and I'm only writing out to you as a warning. Be wary of any apps that promise discounted organic food. I opened the app and I placed an order 4 hours ago. It just arrived, and this time there was a note along with my order. I know you will not be able to afford to keep paying for this food, but there is another option. You can choose to participate in our contest. You will be one of 4 participating. If you win, you will receive all of the food you could possibly need for the rest of your life. If you lose, you will just speed up the inevitable. Please call the number listed below if you would like to participate. I called the number an hour ago, and the reason why I'm writing to you all is to gather fans. The more I can get off of this no sleep page, the better my chances are at winning this contest. So, there really isn't much else to say. My name is Adam, and I need your help. They're coming to pick me up before the contest begins in 4 days.